Hey everybody, welcome to Making Money with Guitars, and I'm very lucky to be joined here by Ross Campbell. Hello mate.
Hey man, nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, this is actually genuinely our first time sat down together, first actual real conversation.
It is.
And that's the first time ever for me at this event, because I've been chatting with everybody and we just haven't had time to...
I know, it's funny that there are a few people I've still yet to have actual conversations with. It's been a hectic few days though, so...
There's so many people and already so many existing relationships and new relationships. It's just not enough time.
No.
But now is our time.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, so first a disclaimer, we are socially distanced. We're wearing masks in the areas we need to wear masks, but there's enough space, which is one sunflower apart, to talk here freely and safely. This series is about inspiring people to take a career in music and guitars, and you are an extremely successful musician.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, you're nailing it.
Thanks,
So,
man. I appreciate it.
We want to know your secrets. What is it that you do first, for people that aren't aware of what Ross Campbell does?
Okay, so what would be the best way to describe myself? I run a website called bulletproofguitarplayer.com, which I actually just launched in December of last year, but I've been selling my Bulletproof Guitar Player courses online for around 3 years now and promoting sales of that through free lessons on my YouTube channel. So I pretty much started doing that in 2017. I had created a guitar course as part of my final project for when I was studying music at uni, because I wanted to take that time to create something that I could potentially make money from as soon as I graduated. And so my YouTube channel wasn't very big at all back then, but I was chipping away with the odd video here and there, and then luckily things started to take off around October 2017. I had one John Mayer lesson that I put up that went viral by my standards.
I've seen this one, yeah.
Right, and ever since then I started, around a week after I uploaded that video, I started seeing a lot of sales coming in for my course, and I was like, oh my god, this just happened at the perfect time, because the only income I had from music prior to that was wedding band gigs. And of course, around October time is when that all dries up. So at the exact point where I was thinking, okay, I'm going to have to hand in CVs to cafes and pubs and get a part-time job, around that time is when the YouTube channel started to take off, and I never had to do that again. So ever since then, it's been 3 years of just selling courses online, and I recently made the move from selling them on Udemy to my own website where I sell subscriptions now. So that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past 3 years. Yeah.
Awesome. It's amazing that it's just, as you said, kicked off since October.
Yeah.
Because you know your numbers are huge. The quality of what you do is fantastic.
Thank you.
Which I guess is a necessity rather than a compliment. You know, it is a compliment, but also I don't think there's space in the online world now to be delivering substandard quality content.
No, especially with how affordable it can be to have a decent setup with basic lights and cameras and audio.
Yeah, we've got.
Not that this is basic by any means
but I've
of
set none of it up because
because
we just need this. We just need to see us. But I could make videos with this.
Yeah,
this is the
exactly.
iPhone 10X.
Exactly.
You know, it doesn't need. You don't need to spend a lot of money these days, but it's about being smart rather than spending a lot of money, which someone needs to explain to Henning. So, but so you're doing these teaching lessons. It's you. Forgive me, but you're not very old.
I'm 24.
So what happened before you were teaching and selling courses online?
Do you mean in terms of like how did I get to the point?
Yeah. So how does one become an online guitar teacher?
Okay. So I mean, I did a 4-year degree in popular music back in Edinburgh, where I live, and so that was, I mean, I learned a lot during my time there. It changed the way that I play guitar. Definitely, I think those 4 years were the most, where I saw the most amount of progress in terms of my guitar playing and my understanding of music theory. So that I feel like that prepared me really well to begin teaching online, at least. And I might not know as much as I don't know, other instructors, but I feel like I know enough to get by and explain things in a logical way for guitar players who are new to certain concepts.
So is your target audience, is it beginners or is it everybody? Or
No, it's deliberately intermediates who are looking to intermediate guitar players who don't know what the next steps to take are in order to get to a higher level of playing. That's my kind of target market. I mean, think like people who have just finished high school, want to go and study music at an academic level, but want to be kind of ahead of the curve. That's kind of my target demographic, I would say.
Yes, that's a very clever way of thinking about it, because you seem to have I don't know how I don't know if it was clear when it began, but it seems that you have a very clear plan of what your business is.
Mm-hmm.
And for you guys watching this, I think that's one of the most important things, to set a goal and to know what it is actually that you want to do, rather than just saying, I want to teach guitar online and make money from selling courses. That's not clear enough. Yeah,
you have to have a sort of niche market that you want to tap into. And so for me, that's intermediates. I mean, not that intermediates is like a small market, but it's certainly smaller than the beginner market, you know.
Yeah, it's the beginner market is huge, and there's Andy Guitar, who's doing an amazing job, that Andy Crowley. And it's I think it's a big responsibility to be a teacher. I have taught in the past, and I did beginners and more. So I never considered myself a teacher in the sense of, here's all this music theory, here's how to really play the guitar. It was more a case of, here's how to have fun and entertain your family.
Right.
And I didn't realise that was a niche, you know, because it actually is.
Yeah.
So you might see some stuff from me on that, but I think it takes real confidence and real self-belief to be a teacher. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. Although I would say for myself, I'm not a confident one-on-one teacher. You know, like I don't do Skype lessons, and I deliberately don't do in-person lessons anymore, because I never felt like that was the thing I was good at. And so I don't really want to sell myself doing that if I'm not feeling like I'm doing a good job. What I feel my specialty is sitting down, spending a few hours thinking about what's the most logical way I could explain this new concept to someone who's brand new to it, and then writing a script around that for my videos. That's where I feel my specialty is as a teacher, as an educator. Not so much the one-on-one or like Skype or in-person lessons, but just sitting down and writing out like a curriculum for a course or writing a script for a video.
Can you hear that beeping?
I can. I don't know.
Really off-putting. Excuse me a second. It's Henning. Out of all the people it could be, it's Henning who was causing that beeping.
Is this annoying?
That's the beeping, yes.
It's the drone.
You're the drone.
It's all kicking off.
I'm smiling, but underneath, I'm pretty angry. There's a lot of anger that will come out in a pedal demo later.
Yeah.
Stomp! So, as a musician, is there anything else you're doing, or is it currently solely teaching?
Well, my big dream at the minute, and for the past couple of years, has been to move out to Nashville, Tennessee, and pursue touring work, because performance is really my true passion as a musician. I love doing the teaching stuff on YouTube, and I will continue to do that if and when I move to Nashville to pursue touring work. But that's really what I want to do. I've been going on trips to Nashville now for like 2 years. I've gone on a couple of summer NAMs, and then there's been a few trips where I've just gone there to hang out and kind of network and make friends in the music industry out there. And so, you know, the plan was later this year to do that, but touring is not going to be around for who knows how long. It might be 2022 before we see that start to come back. So, in the meantime, I'll just continue to build up the YouTube channel and build up the website as best I can. But that's a definite dream of mine, a definite goal that I'm going to pursue.
I'm so sorry. You tell him once and he's still out there doing it.
Oh, what can you do?
But it kind of sums up what 2020 is for touring musicians at the moment. Is you're really trying.
Yeah.
Something's going to get in your way. They're going to throw another curveball at you.
Absolutely.
I've never been to Nashville, but I know a few people that have a similar dream or at different stages of that dream, and it seems to be a good idea.
Well, there's just so much opportunity there for guitar-based music compared to if I wanted to do a similar thing in the UK, I suppose I would have to go down to London where it's more pop gigs, where these bands and artists are hiring guitar players, but more as like a decoration. Like you're not really there, you're not really heard playing guitar parts. But whereas out in Nashville, it's it's a lot of southern rock music, country pop. It's very much guitar based. So I think there's a lot of gigs out there where I could audition for them, and it would be music that I'd really enjoy playing, and I would get to sort of display my talents in the way that I would enjoy doing. So
that's awesome. I can see that you're coming alive as you're talking about. The sparkle in your eye. But saying that, the sparkle was also in your eye when you're talking about teaching. So it doesn't feel like, as musicians, we have to teach sometimes, often, to get by as a source of income. But it doesn't seem like Ross is teaching because there's nothing else to do and you have to make money.
Right. No, I know. I struggle to make videos about things that I'm not interested in at all, and teaching is really the thing that excites me when it comes to the YouTube content that I put out. And that's what's most enjoyable for me.
Do you have an average video length, or what would you say your videos coming at?
It's probably 15 minutes or so is what. Yeah, I feel like the sweet spot, the videos that have done best for me are the ones that are like 7 to 8 minutes long, but it's always so hard to condense what I want to get across in 7 or 8 minutes. So 15 minutes is kind of the standard. I'm also trying to get away from relying on scripts to do my videos, so I guess that's why they're kind of reaching the 15 to 20 minute mark nowadays, is because I end up going off in these little tangents here and there. But 15 minutes is what it seems to come out the most.
I think there's no harm in that. I think it's great because I generally don't script my videos. I tried it, and I have like a little sheet of some specs maybe, or I might even bring the iPad out and look it up in the video.
Yeah.
But that's my style. And some people rely totally on scripts and nail it, but I've tried using scripts and I just turn robotic, and turns out that's not what people want to watch.
Right.
But I think when you're teaching, you definitely have to be focused on what it is you're teaching.
Yeah, it's so easy to go off on tangents when you're
That's
talking
also
theory.
kind of fine, just to put some passion and some personality in there. But I remember I had a guitar, not teacher, but a friend who would show me some few things. We'd spend half the time talking about tea or TV.
Right, yeah.
And one of the reasons I didn't go to lessons was that I want to learn, not
exactly.
talk about that.
Definitely had some teachers like that in the past as well. It's like, can we get to what we're supposed to be here for?
Giving you some money. And that's why I think it's important to pay for lessons. And also, you have this business model where you're giving away free lessons on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, a funnel for creating sales.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's important to pay for something, because if you pay for a lesson, you have some ownership of it. And then I think, from personal experience, if you've paid for something, you're like, crap, I better do that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So I have a Netflix subscription, for example. I had a Disney subscription for a while for my kids, and they weren't watching it. Cancelled it.
Yeah.
So I was paying for something I wasn't using, so I cancelled it. On the other hand, I could download those movies for free if I really wanted to, and steal them or watch something, but I don't, and then the kids still don't watch them. But by paying for Netflix, that's the one I go to for the kids. They're allowed a little bit of, not TV monsters, but there's some really good stuff on there for learning. And therefore, because I've paid that money for that thing in my life that makes my life better, I use it.
Yeah, you're way more inclined to use it. It's that extra push, like, as you're saying, like, oh, I actually need to do something with this.
So it's great. Do you know David Wallerman from Canada?
Yes, yeah.
He does a similar thing where he puts out content for free on YouTube, and it's really, really good. And David's a lovely guy. And then he, of course, uses that to support his actual courses that he sells.
Right.
So my question to him, and I won't give you his answer, I want to hear your answer first, was how do you convert free lessons into sales, and why should people buy from you when they can get stuff for free?
Okay, so the first one, converting
YouTube into sales.
Well, I always try to link what I'm talking about in a free lesson to content that is in one of my courses, or rather, I always try to think of a free lesson that I could do that relates to the content in my courses, and I'll always make a point of mentioning, if you enjoyed like this free lesson on this topic of major sixth or whatever, and you don't know what a major sixth is, or you don't understand the theory concepts I was talking about, you can learn all about that in much more depth in my paid courses on my site. So there's always like, I guess all of my videos are technically sponsored in a way by me.
Yeah.
You know, there's always like, you know, a 30 to 60 second segment where I talk about my website, and you know, sometimes you get comments from people like, oh, you're just trying to sell stuff. It's like, no shit. Yeah.
Are you dumb?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to buy it, and also I'm giving you something for free. So
but also, if people have enjoyed what you've done and they've learned from it, surely you deserve, well, no, not surely, you deserve to be paid for that. And you as in the one that has given that, not just you personally, but if you don't support people that teach music, there will be no music at some point.
Exactly. I mean, some people, unfortunately, like, I think there is still a stigma surrounding musicians making money from their art. And it's like, the people that leave those types of comments like, art should be free, you should be giving me these tabs for free.
People leave that?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, give me this for free. It's like, it takes hours to make these tabs and these videos and everything. Like, what do you want me to do? Work in Tesco so that I can give you
lower quality
education for free? It's like, God's sake, man. Yeah, I forgot what the point was there, but yeah, a lot of people just don't get it.
It was about converting, you know, free stuff into sales.
Yeah, so like I was saying, there's always a small segment in my videos about my courses, about my website. What was the second question we had?
The second question is, why should people buy your content when they can get stuff from you for free?
I guess it's mainly the fact that you will learn in a very structured way, as opposed to, you know, my free YouTube lessons. One day it might be like a bluesy John Mayer lick, and then the next day I might be teaching you like how Phil X uses the pentatonic scale to shred. So, you know, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between different genres and different concepts, whereas in my paid content, it's really, I mean, my courses are aimed at, like I said, intermediates looking to progress to an advanced level. So I think I've figured out a good way of teaching them the concepts they need to understand in a very structured way, so that it builds, like every video in my courses, it's building on something that you've learned in a previous video.
Right.
So I'm never gonna like do a video where I say like, here's a Mixolydian scale, this is how you play it in one position, now go and improvise with it, if I've not talked about that in a previous video. So I guess the core of the answer is you get structure in my paid content.
I laughed because that's exactly what David said.
Oh, right, okay, well there you go.
The key word was, he straight away said structure, and that was your key word straight out of your mouth. And I think that is the answer, because when David told me, it clicked for me, because it was a genuine question. I do learn from David. I've never bought one of his courses, and I absolutely should. And I've never bought one of your courses, but that's what it is. It's, I need structure.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing this, I have kids, I have responsibilities outside of the job, and when I get to play guitar, when I get to practice guitar, I half the time find myself thinking, what is it that I want to practice right now? So yeah, that's exactly what it is, why you should have, because I can't have a teacher where I'm from, because I don't have the time to schedule. I don't have I don't have a concrete schedule so that I can schedule a lesson. Something's always going to go wrong.
Yeah, so you can't just be like doing the same time every week.
Yeah. I probably could, but it really probably wouldn't work. And also, back to what I said earlier, if I paid for one of your courses, I would use it. And then, of course, like you said, these people asking for stuff for free, they're never going to buy your courses anyway.
No, yeah. So you don't value those subscribers or viewers, really.
No. It's mutual respect.
Yeah.
If they worded it slightly different, I can't afford your course, but I wish I could.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other way to obtain this information?
Well, yeah, then I'm perhaps willing to work there, yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's just, give me this for free, it's like, fuck off.
Yeah, isn't it? It's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
But luckily the people on this channel are immensely respectful.
Yeah.
You guys are all really, really nice. A few of you sneak through now and again, but I'm so lucky in that when I started this channel, I wanted to do something that was positive for the guitar industry, not necessarily positive with reviews and demos, but something where people come out and they can enjoy themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And talking to you has been really interesting hearing, you're quite a serious chap, you know?
I think, yeah, you know, I mean, it takes a while for me to loosen up around new people.
Yeah.
And this is like, you know, kind of being like thrown in the deep end with like 14 YouTubers I've never met before. Although some of them I have like spoken to online and stuff, but you need to do things. I mean, I feel like it's good for me to do things like this because it pushes me outside of my comfort zone, and that's how you grow. So.
Exactly. And I'm so thankful you did, because I always learn doing these conversations. And even if it's only one sentence that something, you know, triggers me, I'm lucky enough to be doing this, to meet people like you, that I learn. I gain so much from doing this. And then I can go and then apply that to what I do.
Right.
And then, of course, you guys watching this, sometimes people that are non-guitar players watch this, they just like the chat. And that's absolutely fine. I'm glad we're entertaining you. But if you're a musician who's starting out or thinking about teaching, Ross has just explained exactly kind of what you need to do to start.
Right.
And I'm very, very thankful for you sharing that information with the people of my channel.
Well, thanks for having me on, man. This was a really enjoyable conversation. So
good. And we recorded the audio for this one.
Yes.
Nailed it.
You would hope.
Where can we find you? What's your website?
bulletproofguitarplayer.com.
It'll be on the screen and underneath in the video description. And your YouTube channel?
It's my name, Ross Campbell.
Ross Campbell, nice and easy. Ross, let's do the social distancing hug.
Nice
And
one,
I'll advise you now that there are more videos on my channel. So before you go to Ross's channel, go and watch a couple of mine, and then go and get Ross's video content. If there's something that sparks your interest, I'm sure Ross will have a video on it, and therefore a course. Please go and do that. Please support the YouTube and the music industry, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.